Everyone, welcome to Lauren's Scraplot. My name is Lauren Urbonis and I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator here in Edmonton, Alberta, Canada. Now, usually every Tuesday at noon, I pop on and I do a video series called Show Me How It's Done, where I walk you through a project or a product line that I've been playing with. However, I was in Raleigh, North Carolina last week at the Stampin' Up! Annual Onstage conference. This is a conference where demonstrators from all over gather and we get to see the new 2025 to 2026 annual catalog. We get to go to a bunch of sessions where we see all of those products in action and we get to play with some of them and actually get our hands on them. So that's a fun perk about being a demonstrator. If you want more information about that and how you could perhaps join me in Long Beach, California next March, let me know. I'd love to chat with you about it. But I thought I would do something different this week on my series and show you the swag and the swaps that I got from that conference. So if you're interested, feel free to stay tuned. If you're looking for a little bit more of a crafty video, don't worry, I will be back with a tutorial next week. But there is one card in here that I am going to build with you, and you'll be able to see how easy it is to use one of our memories and more packets to make a card. So let's get busy. I'm going to switch camera gear in a sec, but I wanted to show you the bag because it's a little too big to fit. This was the bag that we got. It has these great white handles, and then there's also black interchangeable handles that I got as well. I'm going to switch angles and I will show you all the swag that's inside here. All right, so when you register and when you arrive first at the Stampin' Up! Conference, you check in and get this little bag, and it's filled with a couple fun things. So the first thing that you always look for is some pins, because along with your name and your lanyard, there's fun decorative pins that you can decorate all of your bag or your product with. We also want to look for that pen that's in there, and I can see you're very blurry. Give me a second. I think that's better. There's a little pen. And then also hiding, and I'm going to show this at the same time, this was a little button that we earned along the way as we did a little bingo with some of our fellow demonstrators. So those are the fun little things. There is also usually some sort of a notebook. This time there was a great clipboard notebook with sheets of paper inside and a little pouch. So I'm not going to open that up and show all of my copious amounts of notes, but I am going to open that up and show you this fun little sheet that was not included in my bag, but we made it during a session called Product Playground. And if you have not guessed, this is your sneak peek and reveal of the 2025 to 2027 new in colors. So they are adorable. I got to play with them a little bit. And from left to right, we've got Cloud Cover, Darling Duckling, Secret Sea, Strawberry Slush, which some of you are thinking, hey, that sounds familiar. It has come back. It is a returning color. And Timid Tiger. Now, I will just give you guys a little caveat that Stampin' Up! Unfortunately had an issue with the batch of inks that arrived at our event, and the beautiful cloud cover ink was kind of looking a little gray. So they are really, really hopeful that it was just one bad batch of inks, and they have basically until May 6th when the new catalog launches, hopefully to get that sorted. So you guys are not affected at all, but I just couldn't stamp a little image there, and it's okay. But you can see the paper in cardstock and marker form, and those will be coming out for you to take advantage of. The other thing that we got to make during our product playground, and might as well show you now, is a little sneak peek at how you can use our two-tone cardstock. So a really, really exciting announcement that will be coming out with the new catalog is all of our colors are going to be available in 12 by 12 two-tone cardstocks. So we will still have our 8.5 by 11, a little bit thicker cardstocks that are perfect for card makers. But if you are a scrapbooker or you're somebody who's looking for those 12 by 12 sheets for your projects, you will now be able to buy packages of every single color, and you don't need to buy a mixed pack to get them in this two-tone cardstock. So it is a little bit thinner than the card base, the 8.5 by 11, but that is because you can do so much more with it. So here's just a few things Stampin' Up! Suggested. You can try to tear it, and you'll notice there's two different colors on here. It's because one side is darker and will match our color exactly, and the other side of the paper is a bit lighter. So instead of buying two different packages of paper, you're actually able to have different tones just from one package. Here's the core inside. It's all white, so if you rip it, you get a really fun effect. They suggested trying to crumple it and give yourself a really fun palette to work on. It's very similar to what an embossing folder would do for you, but just by crumpling this little thinner of a paper, you can easily build up some layers on your card. One fun thing we got to try was sanding it. So they had sandpaper out, and they wanted you to try and sand it and see how the white kind of shows through. So I really want to try this technique with maybe like a sky, so a sky blue of some sort, maybe that cloud cover, for instance. So I think it would almost look like clouds in the sky without me having to add any ink or other technique to that. And then the last suggestion was, of course, to fold it. And I didn't fold it very straight. I'm sorry. We were kind of rushing through. But it's just a fun way for you to see both sides of the paper and get a little bit of a sneak peek there. So those were the product playground couple of things in combination with a couple things that I got in the bag. Continuing on, I know you are all very excited and you're probably here to see what the new annual catalog looks like. This is the beautiful front cover. I will let you know that we are not allowed to open the catalogs on screen at this point. We're not allowed to show what's inside until these catalogs go live, and that will be on May 6th. However, if you are a demonstrator, or if perhaps you're like, nope, I need to see that right now, you can join my team, and the catalog PDF is available for all demonstrators to view on their demonstrator website. And you can also do a pre-order if you're a demonstrator starting on March 25th, just for select items. It's not the entire catalog. We usually are offered the opportunity to purchase the new in-color inks and papers ahead of time, and a couple different stamps or dies, so that we have things to show you, our lovely customers, when the catalogs actually launch. So if you would like to be patient and you are ready to wait for May 6th, I will have lots of fun things to show you. I will even show you some sneak peeks, because we are allowed to show any physical product that we get. So I have a few stamp sets to show you. And I did place a pre-order, so I will hopefully in a couple weeks get my new paper and inks to be able to show you those images in person. But yeah, or if you're really, really itching to see everything, then you could consider joining my team. My link is at the bottom of the page, and you of course would be eligible to pre-order and see everything really early. But here's the cover. One more note on that: if you are in Canada and you do not have a demonstrator and you would like to get on my mailing list, I need to know by the end of March. So I need to know by, let's say, March 29th, so I can get you on my mailing list and get a catalog sent out to you. If you are somebody who has purchased online from me within the last year, you are automatically on my list. If you are somebody who regularly comes to my classes, I will be ordering your catalogs to my house, because it does save me some money, and the more money I have to play with for the catalog launch, the more goodies you guys get to play with as well. So just as a caveat, if you are a regular person who needs mail out items, I'll mail it to you. If you're in Edmonton, they'll be available for you to pick up from my front porch. But there's the catalog. It's fun. I can show you the back cover too. I'm allowed to do that. These are really pretty. Look at those dies. Okay, I know you're all itching. Okay, one fun thing, well, I should say one of the fun things about conference is there is prize patrol. So on the first day, they did a prize patrol of 2 different parts of our make and take items. So I kept mine closed because I wanted to craft with you guys, and this is where we're going to do a little bit of stamping together. So I'm going to put this down for the moment. You have to stick around if you want to see more, and I am going to show you what we got in our make and take packets. So they gave us this nice little sign that says bring your make and take packet with you on Saturday, again, because we got these on Friday. So we got a new stamp set called Layered Thoughts. It has great bold images with a couple simple features to finish off what you're doing in there. Also in here, they gave us a few little, I think, punched out heart images from the gold foil. I can't tell you where those are from because I have no idea yet, but they are obviously important to our projects. And then these would be some of our memories and more products. So there's a large and a small card base and envelope. So I took a photo of what the project is that I'm supposed to be making. So that's what we're going to work on today. But I'm going to show you the Celebration Expressions, Memories, and More card pack. And we'll just open that up. What I love about these is if you're a scrapbooker, these are perfect. You can use them for your pages. If you are a card maker, also perfect. You can make them into cards. So they work for anyone and everyone. And of course, we're not going to use them all, but this entire packet, I want to say there's at least 50 different pieces. So these ones all have fun patterns on the one side. And then of course, when you flip them over, there are patterns and then also some pieces that would be perfect to do some journaling onto. So whatever works for you. They're very vibrant and very fun. Those are the smaller of the two. These are the larger pieces. They are larger than a card front. I'll let you know that. I want to say they're 6 inches wide, but I don't have a ruler handy. But there are quite a few of them. There's, I think, 8 of the same sheet. There you go. And then if you flip her over, got lots of fun stuff in there too. Sometimes they have sticker sheets. I don't feel one in this one, and that is okay. There must be something else we are using to finish off the images. Okay, let's pull up my photo of what we're supposed to be making and see if we can figure it out. Otherwise, it's going to be fun on camera. Okay, so this is what I took a photo of. We have a large card of happy birthday and a smaller thank you card. So happy birthday looks like we need our large Memories and More card base. Easy enough to just fold that in half and get it ready for us to work on. Now the piece of paper that we're going to need is this large pattern piece in the back. So we need a full piece across here. I'm going to grab my tape. Oh, that's not my tape. That's my tape. There we go. And attach that right to the front of the card. And then I can tell they've combined with another image, but we do need to do some stamping. So we'll do that first. Put this on our card front. This is how easy it is to use these card bases. Okay, and my phone never likes to stay open. I apologize. Okay, now I need to look for this lined piece here. So wherever that is, right there, you can tell. It looks like they've torn the edges. So we're going to do it. We're going to tear the edges off at an angle. And then they want it to be able to go from the top corner to the bottom. I've noted that. So we're going to tear off the rest of this strip here. And when I tear, I just pull up towards myself. Like that. Okay. So you can tear as much or as little as you want. There's no perfect measurement for this, especially when you're looking at an idea like this. So I'm going to add this to my card. I know usually I like to do my stamping first, but in this case, if I mess up, I've kind of messed up the whole card anyways, so I'll have to replace this piece no matter what. So I'm going to just put tape so this is nice and flat. If you wanted it popped up on dimensionals, then of course we would make sure to do your stamping first and then come back at this in a minute with the adhesive. Yeah, I told you we were going to do some stamping. So the fun thing is, even if you don't have this one because it's not released yet, maybe you're going to pull out your own Memories and More pack that you bought and thought, hey, I'll use this to scrapbook. But we have so many of them, and you can just easily use it for this. Okay, stamping. Black. Black would be our standard here, so I'm going to mount my Happy Birthday, and this is a great photopolymer set. It makes my life so easy because I can see exactly where this needs to go. I will admit I thought these were two separate images, so I grabbed my H block. I need E. I would say E is probably one of the most common blocks that I use, followed by H and B. So those are my go-tos. To ink this up, I would suggest using Memento. I know StazOn could be an alternative, but I really avoid StazOn whenever I'm doing a photopolymer stamp, because even though you have cleaner for it, I find it just doesn't work all the time. Okay, so we've inked this up. We're going to stamp that at a nice little angle. And I like that this paper has lines. It makes my life really easy. There we go. And then one fun feature that I did zoom in on these things. I didn't do this just from glancing at it in the last minute. I've noticed that they've drawn with their black marker just to add a little bit of detail. So I don't know how straight I can get this, but I think that's maybe the point. They want you to draw with your Stampin' Rate marker just to add a little bit of extra detail. And don't worry, you don't have to do everything they tell you to, but I'm going to follow the directions, and there's my card. They also decorated their envelope because, according to Shelley, the co-founder of Stampin' Up, you're never supposed to have a naked envelope. So all they did was they took that large piece that they took off of your initial project and added some adhesive to it. Shelley Gardner, back in 1988, established Stampin' Up! With her sister, and over time, her daughter now is the CEO. So her name is Sarah Douglas, if you are not familiar, and she is lovely as well. But that's Shelley's rule: never a naked envelope. There we go. There's card number 1. Yay, we did it! We're awesome. Okay, let's do card number 2 because we can. Here we go. Thank you on the little card base. And I like these Memories and More cards because they come pre-cut and pre-scored. I don't have to do anything really to them. I'm going to take a look through my pile here. And I need that rainbow looking background. So that looks like that guy to me. Yes, okay. They have also ripped this one, I know, because I don't see any yellow on there. So we're just going to pull up the bottom one and the top a little bit. Pull up 2, and we'll add that to our card. 1, 2, 3, and 4. I need a drink, sorry. There we go. Three and 4. and this one's going right in the middle, so there will be a little bit of a border all the way around, which I love. I think that looks so nice. Okay, here we go. We're gonna mount up our stamps. So they want us to use the word thank and you. Let's do that. When I've cleaned these and I'm ready to put them away, I don't know if you guys have ever noticed this, but Stampin' Up! Has printed what the images should be on the inside of your case, so you don't lose any of them. Some people like to keep their stuff on this plastic sheet, but personally, I just go and I put all of my stamps on their buddies, and then I know every time if I'm missing something. Okay, so there's the 3 that we're not using. I could easily have used like love you or thinking of you, but I've got thank you, and we're gonna match this. You get to see Ara every time. She had her 9th birthday while I was gone, but luckily my husband was very good. He was on top of it. He made her a tuna cake, which I know sounds disgusting, but basically what we do is we give her an entire can of tuna and we garnish it with all sorts of lettuce and carrots and celery and cucumbers, all of her favorites, and she just gobbles it up. So he did well, and I'm very thankful that he made sure to celebrate her birthday. All right, got that. Kind of near the bottom here. Oh, I did mine upside down. Oh well. So they have the yellow up in the top, and I do not. That is fine. We will still be great and have a lovely card. It'll just be the reverse, and I'm okay with that. There's thank. And then you goes right underneath. Again, you can use all the lines from this diagonal paper to make it work really well for you. And then I'm seeing these guys. So, because I did not find any sticker sheets in here, and I will confirm that once again. Yeah, my theory is they took this sheet and they cut it. They fussy cut it. So that's fine. We can do that because we're awesome. So nice straight lines. And the fun part about these is they do not have to be perfect. You're literally just coming in here and having a little bit of fun, giving a white border. I work better in a small area, so ignore me. I'm just going to chop that part off. There we go. And this fun little banner, fun fact about this, there are an amazing new set of dies coming out. If you follow me on Facebook or Instagram at Lauren's Scrapplot, we are allowed to show you photos of all the display boards we saw, and I did have a display board photo with these dies. They are massive. They're like a full banner size, and you have to go basically to the middle of the set to get anything that fits on a card. But they're amazing. They are also available with a letter die set. And I don't know about you, but years and years and years ago, Stampin' Up! Had these massive, like thick dies. They weren't nice and skinny metal dies. And I kept my alphabet set from them because they were the only alphabet pieces large enough to go on a home decor item. So I am very happy to report that I can now get rid of those massive box. I think it's a full like shoebox worth of all of these letter dies because only 4 letters fit on each of the platforms at a time. So I'm very happy. I will be playing with those dies and showing you goodies, but make sure to check out those photos. I did post the display boards that we found, and I will soon be posting the swap boards. There we go. That's fun. Okay, this one I am going to pop up on dimensionals because I feel like it just needs a little bit of a boost. And that will be perfect for what we're going for here. You might need a skinnier one. Something skinny. Here we go. These edge pieces are fantastic for that. And I might as well pop it all up. Just let it all have some life. There we go. So these banners are a fun little sneak peek of what's to come. We'll just say that. There we go. This guy goes just at a little angle, kind of however you'd like it on your card. And then we get to bring in our black pen once again. Needs my face. There we go. Okay, what did they do? They did a black string across here, and it's purposely not straight. I love that. And then they drew a little heart in the banners. Fun. 2, and I see a line down here, which would have been pink if we followed directions properly, but I want to do this. I think that's cute too. That wasn't on there. I added it. Okay, I'm happy with that. And we're done. See? Almost the same. But that's the fun part, is you don't have to make things identical. And then if we are going to decorate this little envelope in the same way, grab your scrap. I love basically when you go to an event and there's a sample, but then everybody has their own ideas and they add details to things. So, oh, somebody likes my post. Thanks, Sheila. There we go. And there's our envelope. So fun! Okay, that's all our stamping. We're going to move these out of the way and we'll go back to show and telling. Okay, so this was stamp number 1 that we got, and we got that full package of memories and more. So I have so many pieces that I can go and play with now. And then Stamping Up on Saturday, we each had a little number on our name tags. There was 1, 2, and 3, and there was prize patrol for each of those slots. So this is the stamp that I won during that wonderful prize patrol, and it's so cute. This was one that I will admit I was intrigued by as soon as I saw it, and it was kind of on my maybe list because I found some that were immediate yeses. And you know me, if I could buy everything I would, but we need to pace ourselves in life. And so I'm really happy that I won it because I think I can do a lot with this. My mind went to this rose right away, kind of like a Beauty and the Beast theme. I will just say stay tuned for a card with a Beauty and the Beast theme on there. And then the puppy, of course, just because of Ara's birthday, kind of reminded me of that. And both of my boys were born in British Columbia, which is notorious for those beautiful orca whales. And so I thought that would be a really fun kind of card to make for them. So we'll see what comes of this set, but I'm intrigued. This is one of the sets that will be available in the new catalog. There's no dies or coordinating paper to it, but I actually really like when they give us those kind of prizes because then I don't immediately go home and can't play with them. Okay, on to other things in my bag. What else is here? Oh yes, okay, these are the last items in my bag, and then I also will show you swaps if you're interested. So I signed up for a after hours crafting event, which is where Stampin' Up, it's an additional fee to the registration because some people just aren't interested. They're tired enough after the day and they don't want to do it. But I signed up for it, and I was very, very excited to be able to pre-purchase this bundle. It's called Impressions of Bloom. So I will open up the dies and show them to you. The the cards that we made were very simple because there wasn't a bunch of cut and emboss machines for us to be able to use. And so the intent is that you're able to go home now, remember those flowers from the back of the catalog, and make all of this. So I'm very excited to play with that, but let me show you the cards. I shoved them inside here so they wouldn't get wrecked. The cards that we made using that set. So here is one of them. We did just lots of 2-step stamping. And then we chopped our paper apart to make this fun little design. And then here's the other one. Again, super easy. Oh, they did let us use the like couple good cloud cover ink pads that they had. All the other ones were kind of grayish, so they're like, here, these ones work. And I got to try that blue out. So I think that's kind of what that cloud cover ink will look like for you. And then I sat with some other lovely ladies who ordered a different bundle. So I don't have the bundle to show you, and I can't unfortunately show it to you in the catalog, but it is called Turtly Awesome. And if you go to my Facebook page, I took photos of that display board so you can see that stamp set. And here are 2 of the cards that we made with that stamp set. We did a little bit of coloring, and we did just like I stamped the turtle in black and used a blending brush to add some green to this one. Very easy to do, but a very adorable set. There is amazing designer series paper coming with that, and an embossing folder that is a turtle shell. So I'm the mom of 2 boys, and of course my mind immediately went to, oh, Ninja Turtles. And that, of course, was right on the money, because Stampin' Up! Was kind of thinking the same thing. So I got a little booklet showing me the projects that we were making, very similar to kind of that photo I took. I think I'm allowed to show you this. I think so. It's not the catalog. And then they also gave us some ideas for scrapbook layouts. So many of us were traveling home with suitcases, and so unfortunately 12 by 12 paper with those is not a brilliant idea. So my friend Christine had the fantastic thought that, oh, I will go buy a 12 by 12 box from Michael's and bring my stuff home in that. I didn't have that idea, so I just brought my stuff home, and I'm going to make these scrapbook pages on my own because I can. So these are just ideas. There's the card, one of the cards we made. So fun, fun, fun. Lots and lots of fun ideas. Also in that little packet, fun little treats. So we got white 12 by 12 basic white cardstock, which is nice and thick. It is not thin like the two-tone cardstock, so our black and our white remains thick so that you can use it for like a very sturdy base. We got a package of these ephemera sentiments, which probably look a little familiar to you guys. That is because they were released in the January to April mini catalog, and I'm excited to share that these, as well as the 4 other ephemera packs, are carrying on to the next catalog. So there's going to be even more ideas for you to play with. These are meant to go on some of those scrapbook pages, which I didn't build yet, so I'll just keep them to the side. We got a package of the new in color gems. So these, you can see the secret C is hiding up in the top there, but these are the new in color flat pearls is what they're called. So they've got a nice little shine. And then I got 1 package of mixed cardstocks, so I can show you those in a nicer format. Okay, so this is Darling Duckling. We got Timid Tiger, Cloud Cover, the returning lovely Strawberry Slush, and this one is called Secret C. And people have been asking, they're like, is it black? Is it blue? Let me pull out a piece of Night of Navy and black, and you can see the difference. So here is black. So you can see it's definitely more blue. But then even our darkest blue, which is Night of Navy, it's darker than that. So it's kind of in between. It's a very like nice combination, I would say, of the two. And it just is really, really easy to use. I found it so easy to start layering, and for sentiments, because I often gravitate towards a memento, I think this will be a very nice alternative because it gives me just a hint of like blue, gray, and just a little tone off black. But yes, I'm excited to start playing with it, which I've literally been home for less than 24 hours, so we'll have to wait for the future to do that. Okay, I think that's all the stuff that I got. If you are interested, I will also show you some of the swaps. So I didn't have a ton of time to do swaps this time, but I did join 4 organized swaps hosted by my lovely friend Rosemary Gonzalez. So what I'm going to do is I will post a little slide of the swap boards that I took photos of again on my page. Just haven't gotten there yet, but these are the swaps that I received during those organized swaps. And if you want any more information about them, let me know, but I'm just going to go through them really quickly if you're interested. If you're like, no, I'm good, I'll just, watch for your photos and stuff. No stress at all. I'm just going to remind you, let me know if you need a catalog if you're here in Edmonton. Also, I'm going to mention the fact that because I got to take a peek at the catalog, and lots of us were kind of scared because last week I made an announcement that Stampin' Up told us paper was going up in price. Everything else was pretty good. All the adhesives stayed the same price. The machines maybe went up by $5, like the cut and emboss machine. Stamps and dies were pretty much on par. I think punches maybe went up $1 if I'm remembering correctly, but everything else besides paper was okay. So that's good to know. And just a reminder though that because paper in Canada is going up from $15.75 to $20 because of just some of the paper mills closing in the States, you do want to place an order for a cardstock before that price jumps. So my website is at the bottom, learnerbonus.stampinup.net. You'll get a free set of cards for every order over $40 here in Canada, and that is before shipping and GST or tax. But yeah, maybe just take an inventory of your stuff and see what you might need. Okay, here we go. Should I tell you the names? Michelle Rushing. Oh, hold on. I have too many tall things. It doesn't want to focus anymore. The camera likes the tallest thing on the table. And at this point, it's not these cards. Okay, I'll just hold this up. There we go. This one is Claudia Rodriguez. This one doesn't have a name, but it's super cute. If you're watching and I haven't commented with a compliment, it's because I have 2 bags of swaps to do. Sheila Rudnick, Sue Barrett. There, now it's getting tall. Elaine Wright. Ooh, I like that guy. I've been playing with that one. That one doesn't have a name. Sometimes the cards are inside. Sue Erickson. Jessica Bridgeton. Heather Guerrero. This one's from Hawaii, I can tell. Janice Balansag. Probably goes that way. There we go. Looks like a pineapple. Kelly Spentina. No name. Kim McGillis. Ooh, that's somebody I know. Okay, I'm going to move this. New pile. Bernice Halleck. Lynn Hunt Jones. Ooh, that's pretty. The name is tucked behind, but it's adorable. Joyce Andrews. Shell Bonovich. Anne Oshiro. The name is also tucked. That is one crazy looking dog. I love it. Hannah Wild. Ginger Borneman. Name is hidden. Laura Roderick. I like that. I'm a sucker for those dies. These are the new online exclusive. I think they're called the Top Note dies, and they just have such amazing stitching on them. They're so great. So just a reminder, look online because there's online exclusives that were added at the beginning of the month. Terry Schultz. Connie Cinder. That one looks like a fun fold. Carol Davidson. Kim McKinney. Melanie Moses. That one's hiding. Oh, there's one of mine. I did that for one of the groups. A little ducky. This one opens up as a zip fold. Polly Libby. This person had the same idea for using the frog bundle. Heidi West and Debbie Jones. Done one bag. I have 2 full bags. Okay, I'll give myself credit. I did do quite a few swaps between those groups. Susan Schneider. Laura Holt. This one is carrying over. I, again, haven't memorized everything that's carrying over, but I know this bundle is. Melissa Purswell. That one, the name is probably inside. Janice Balancig. Jackie Rosamond. Stephanie Ferreira. Monica Gilberti. Kim Allen. Love that guy. This one is Carrie Jones. Oh, it goes that way, sorry. And Rosanine Perla. Hannah Wild. This one's definitely a fun fold. Donna Jurley. That one, I love what it looks like. The name is hidden. Lynn Crash. Amy Warner. Teresa Bailey. Carolina Creative. So I don't know her last. Oh, there we go. Renee Keese. Anne Oshira. And Sweet Crafty Creations. This one reminds me of Ara without a name. Okay. If you haven't given up yet, I have more. I think this bag's only half. Had a few extras of mine. Okay, so I'll show you. Here was another one of my swaps. I did this in 2 different versions. So I had the pink and the blue. And it's kind of like the same layout, just 2 different color schemes. And a frog, because he's cute. Then I did this butterfly one. This one I showcased on my Show Me How It's Done, and I think I showcased this one on my Show Me How It's Done a few weeks ago. Or actually, this one would be a few months ago. This one was a couple weeks ago. So go to my YouTube channel, Lauren Scraplot, because the videos for all of these that were mine are posted. And then this is a Z fold card as well that I did in a bunch of different little critters. So that video is also up. So those are mine. And then we have a few more from other people. So this one is Tracy Myers. This is Tammy Cooper. Pauline Sility. Oh, those are mine. That one doesn't have a name, but it's super cute. This one's beautiful. Sally Wengard. Elizabeth Ames. Hey, I know her. That one wasn't part of the swap. Laurel Taylor. Melissa Calditch. Ardeth Matheson. Kim Vale. Who's that one is? Oh, here was my last one that I did for my swap. So maybe I did a few more groups than I mentioned. And then I did some general swaps. So those ones are organized. You sign up and only 15 people put their names down and you trade with those 15 people. And then we also do something called general swaps, where basically people just walk around with piles of cards in their hand. And we kind of just say, like, the general rule is you're swapping a full card and something that's current. So either an online exclusive product or a current catalog item. So you can use anything for those swaps. The other swaps that I was in, some of them had a fun fold theme. Some of them, they have different requirements of how many layers you have to have. Some do birthday cards, wedding cards, kids cards, that sort of stuff. But I just did most of the organized general swapping. Here's one that I wandered around and found somebody who had as well. And then those are just extras, I think. These guys, this is Polly Libby. I like this one. Deneen I can't pronounce, Rogowski. There we go. Look at those cute cookies. That one, the name's inside. And then this one was really cute. Nancy Coles. So this is the card she gave. And then she also gave me a little flag. It was the flag of Maryland. So I had to pack that separately because otherwise it was going to get wrecked. All right, here's the last of them. There's that one. This one is Sandra Lowe. That one was from Ashley Carlson, Carmen McNamara, Cheryl Davis. Not sure whose that one was, but I can tell it's got a fun pull to it. And last but not least, Susie Wood. So there you guys go. There's sneak peeks or peeks of all of the swaps that I got. And then I did take photos of all of the swaps on the board. So I'll post those too. But I hope you enjoyed this little derivative of my Show Me How It's Done video this week. Make sure to tune in next week. And if you wouldn't mind, just click that like button and maybe consider subscribing to the channel so that you know all the time when I post something. But I will see you guys later. Thank you again for joining me, and I'll craft with you another time. Bye.